Hello everyone, welcome again. It's my last presentation and also my main presentation. It means I will present this presentation also in the class. So let's start. Globalization and world Englishes. As you assume, I will mention about their correlations. It's the overview, introduction, some concepts, and then current globalization situations, and then conclusion. So let's start with introduction. There is a mutual relationship between world Englishes and globalization. I mean, they feed themselves because, English is the global language, is lingua franca, and also globalization is a fast situation, especially these days, and as globalization occurs, I think English also be more globalized. It will be more common. I mean, and as English uh would be more common and more spoken by people, I think the variety of the people that spoke English will increase. So it affect the world Englishes positively. It's my opinion, and also what stated in the book. And also in the book, one linguist, I guess. Sorry, I don't remember him or her name. Um, he say for the situation as like cliche, global village. It means inextricably interconnected world. I mean inseparable, interconnected world. So something will be more common. Uh, our values or cultures will be more similar, maybe same. It's like village. It's small town. S- yes. So let's look for globalization eras. Actually, this part's from my views. It's not in my book. First, um, first we start with the pre-modern globalization. Um, there were limited trade routes, such as Silk Road, and there were cultural, maybe technological, something basic technological, and religious exchanges. And it was so slow. The globalization was so slow because it just Silk Road. And then early modern globalization. It's start with the discovery of America and then beginning of colonialism. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. And anyway, after that happened, um, trades are increased, like goods, ideas, and language start to exchanging. So globalization is increased so much. It's a milestone. By the way, all of these milestones. And then industrial globalization is also has a big contribution to rapid globalization because of it rapid advancements in transportation and communication. It's so important because telegraph and railways, huge advancements. And then modern globalization, it's also big milestone, big milestone. After the World War II, and you know, technology technology is getting more improved, and there had seen some the United Nations occurs and World Bank. It's also something big contributions to globalization. And also in here, English, was in the British Kingdom. But after that, after the World War II, it go to United States. After that, English in the hands of United States. And then contemporary globalization. It's the era of rise of information and communication technologies, like the internet, mobile phones. It's also huge. And then now digital globalization. It's this era is rapid digitalization, uh, com com comprised of rapid digitalization. Like here are some e-commerce, digital currencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, and social media use. And also in this era affected by pandemic, it also fostered this. So let's look some perspectives, some views. Hyper-globalist view. Okay. It says global it emphasized global language argument. It means English is a international language. Also, English is a global language. But you can use it more formal, and you can change it. You cannot change it because okay, you can use English with its standard shape for your communication. Okay, because it's international and it's stand for much official things, commercial things, and it's supranational. It's on the supranational influence. It means um, it's actually promotes more homogenized global entity. It means everything will be common, more common. You can not include your cultural background in language because English is English. There is no other English, they say. And also, they stand for lingua English as a lingua franca, but in the book Jenkins, I think, states that English as a lingua franca also a concept for transformalists, especially transformalists, and also I agree with the idea. I think globalist view stands for stands for English as an international language because their difference is in lingua franca can change. English it says English can reshape over the time, over the past times, but English is a international language. Supporter says no, it cannot change. English, you can use English with standard type for your communication. And then skeptics. They stands for the catcher's concentric circles, like inner circle, outer circle, and expanding circle. And it has roots for colonial globalization. They are against of transformalists because they do not want to make some things common. Also, it's in real life it's comprised for trades or commercial things. I don't know. Okay, and transformalists. They emphasize this perspective is emphasize the importance of transformation in English usage. Okay, you should adopt English and you can use it and it can be changed. And also this perspective says English is dominant yet dynamic. Okay, it's global language, it's international language, but it's dynamic. It can change. Uh, uh, it's a process. English language it can be changed. It's have some diversities, reshaped maybe. And then they stand for the idea of globalization. Okay, it means globalization and localization. Simply, I can say that it says how you adopt English and fix it with your local contexts. As an example, for example, Everyone knows McDonald's, right? Yes, its menu has almost same things in whole world. But in India, Indians are people mostly don't prefer to eat beefs or meats in their burgers. And McDonald's is global thing, and Indians don't prefer eating meat. It's a local thing, and the product is less less products with meats. They're I mean sorry, I mean uh they just change the menu for those people because they don't eat meats. They just eat herbal things, and they just adjust the menu for their needs. It's a real life example. I will clarify it in class, sorry. And then there are some concepts like pro-globalization, anti-globalization, and progressive globalization. And pro-globalization emphasizes the spread of English is parallel with spread of market economics, competitions, free trade, maybe Western democracy. Like hyperglobalists, they say English is an international language, and you cannot change it. And yeah, that's it. And anti-globalization, and these guys, these ideas defenders are also defenders of skepticism, sorry. And this perspective thinks emphasize that globalization of language, English language, can threat to local languages. They fear of being more common, losing their values, their own languages, their own values, cultures, maybe. And also progressive globalization, as that name, progressive. It's a process, and English and language and globalization is in a process, and it can change, it can reshape. This idea emphasizes adoption and appropriation of English. You can adopt it as your own inner cultural background, maybe. And it has non-deterministic paths, and it means the English path is not predetermined. It means it spontaneously can be reshaped. Just it. And okay. Um, or like transformalists, they also defender of this idea. English is a global language, and it can be changed with the time. And then future directions, conceptualizing world English's 21st century globalization. With the rise of postmodernism, the distinction between circles and culture circles is seen as blurring and merging, like in this picture. This okay, and yes, as the postmodernism increases, it seems that blurring and merging in circles. And ELF, English's lingua franca, face criticisms for promoting diversity. And critics argue that core features identified in ELF may impose standardization. It's what said the gatekeepers. And then, while proponents emphasize the evolving nature of English in global communication. One side is gatekeepers, the other side is, you can say, transformalists, maybe. So, Guys, the world is changing, technology is developing, and people are getting closer to each other in every sense, every day. And English, the world language, is becoming more and more involved in our lives, in our lives, anyway, and every day. I said, I think we should know the fact that it will change and develop with us. English will change with us. As globalization occurs, lingua franca will be more common, more and more common, and we will use it. And more societies will use it more often. So here's the reference. Thank you for listening me. See you next semester or next year.